We did it. We're live. Welcome. Welcome to Hug Nation Live. I am John Halcyon Stin, and I am so excited to share another day with you. Let's share gratitude. Let's remind each other that we are surrounded by beautiful, like-minded people. Let's take that collective energy of kindness, compassion, and distribute it through the world today as we are love ambassadors. Yes, I non-consensually have deputized you as a love ambassador. Thank you for your service. No worries, you are fully qualified. Don't you fret. DTO! Good day to you. Nice to see you. What you grateful for? Welcome, Vamperi and Heidi. And Jay Scare. Anyone else who might be popping in? Welcome. You know, it's funny, as I said, this is John Halcyon Stin. I was like flashed to this conversation that Lisa and I had last night. And we've kind of been having ongoing about what are we going to do with our names when we get married? Is she going to take mine? I'm going to take hers? Are we going to hyphen? Are we going to make up a new name? That's one of our ongoing jokes is we go, oh, I know what our name's going to be. And it's almost always silly. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning, Juan. I will not do so non-consensually, but there is somebody paying attention here who's watching that is in the image that I have up on the screen, and I'll let them own it and before I share. Good morning, Ariana. Good day to you where it is, what time it is, where you, what are you grateful for? How very nice to have this day start connected with so many people I love. I mean, I love all people, but you know, there's levels of love. There's I love you because you're human and you're going through the human experience, and I recognize that we have so much in common. And even your behavior that I dislike and want to stay away from, I still love you for being for being born into this world in this life and all of your conditions that you are having to struggle through, and all that I know that entails. And for that, I have love for you. But then there's the people that I know and whose creativity and wit and hearts have made my life better and influenced me and made an impact and given me evidence of why it is such a gift to be alive, evidence of the good people out there. And so to those people, I say, I love you. Thank you. DTO says, grateful for my West Coast tour. Woo woo. That's badass. That's inspiring. Thanks for sharing. Hey, Sean O'Neill. Hey, Chermity. If you've got something that you're grateful for, type it in and I can share it with the class. We are live on multiple places right now. We are live in YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So I can see the comments from everybody, but you can't see everybody else's. And some I can put on the screen and some I cannot. High Noon says, hello from the intercoastal trails with 2 furry buddies to be thankful for a walk with them. So you're walking your dogs as you're listening? Because I love that, because you're kind of taking us on a walk with furry friends. Thank you. Good morning, Mingle. And so if you can see, it's probably small on the screen, but I made a little flyer for an upcoming event that I'm going to do in January. It's the 3rd Love Ambassador Meetup. And in the picture to our left, my right in the picture is Mingle and Juan. They were the first 2 people that said, I'm going to be there at the Love Ambassador Meetup. So I included you guys in this little mini flyer. I should note that we will not be dressing up as superheroes and walking through downtown San Diego. We will be dressing up like superheroes and going to Spin Nightclub and having fun and dancing and gifting. So it's a slightly misleading picture, but you're going to have to use your imagination. Welcome, Chris and Roush and Brandy. I don't know if you're still here. It looks like people pop in and out, but if Brandy, if you're still here, you've been on my mind with immense gratitude. I truly hope that you are feeling the sunshine and loving your life. High Noon says, yes, we're on the dog walk with him. Thank you, you're so good boy. And the fall leaves are falling in the baked sunshine. Beautiful. Welcome, Neva and Jacob and Rise Up. Who's got something they're grateful for? Leave it as a comment so I can share it with the class. And Chris Dell is here. Man, so many people that I love. And if I don't know you, I still love you. And I look forward to enough interactions and connections so that I can say that I not only love you as a human being, but love the way that you are living, love the energy you put in the world, love the little bitty idiosyncrasies that make you you. I know I will once I know you. I just don't want to speak empty claims. So I love you because you're a fellow human on this shared collective journey of humaning. And I love you if you reveal your truth to me, I will treasure that and love you on a whole different way. Good morning, Steve. And good morning, Izzy. Ariana just popped in over in Instagram. So cool. Welcome, Gita. Isabel says, I am grateful that I am my own boss and can take the day off to recover from a cold. That is the kind of gratitude that people don't quite get, I think. You know, Izzy is a frequent participant, a regular in the Zoom gratitude circles that I've been doing for 5+ years. And you're always welcome. Noon West Coast time is when I host it, but there's 3 a day. And we come together for 30 minutes or less, and everybody shares a little bit of gratitude. And when you do it ongoing and practice and you hear from other people, you really start to develop your gratitude muscles. And so when you have things in your life that are out of your control and you're making a narrative about what happens, Izzy could be in her head, I'm so pissed that I'm sick. I hate being sick. I can't do anything that I want to do. That is true, I'm sure. And what is also true is what she said. I'm grateful that I'm my own boss and can take the day off to recover from a cold. Look at that. Silver lining right there. A way to tell the exact same story and find the pieces of it that actually can make you feel good. Bravo, Izzy. Thank you. Rise Up with Heart says, grateful for art and dance and prayers for humanity. Yeah. I'm going to take this picture off the screen now. So you can see my pictures on the wall. I've got Janus and Grandpa Caleb on the wall. Christelle says, grateful that my daughter's marching band and Coal Guard got 3rd place in their competition on Saturday. A lot of hard work paying off. Congrats. That's got to feel really good to see your child working hard, putting the effort, being dedicated, being disciplined, and seen the results of their work. Not to make it about me, but that's kind of what I do all the time. Is I that made me think of how the choir season has been for me. We just finished 6 months, and I did not want to do it, but went to the twice a week practices and practiced on my own. And uh, we just had our performances in a huge hall with a massive stage, and you know, got to sing with 900 people, including the audience. And I was really proud of myself. A lot of hard work paying off. Exactly, Dell. Welcome, Kamados, an American Dream. What you grateful for? Please share. Let us know. Gerbot says, grateful for help with my aging vehicle from the people at my local Big O as I battle entropy. Oh, yay for help. That reminds me of another gratitude. I have great gratitude for my cousin's husband, who I got to spend a little bit of time with at the memorial this weekend. And I didn't even realize it. He's got a YouTube channel that he doesn't update much anymore, but it gets enough traffic that he gets a check every month. And what he does on his channel is he helps people who are broke and whose cars are broken down, and he helps them fix their cars. Isn't that cool? Like, they're broke, so they buy a super cheap car, and then it breaks down, and they bring it in, and the person says it's gonna be $1,500 to fix this, and they don't got $1,500, and he will, like, make the parts and show them how to, and helps people get people on the road so that they can get their lives back. I was like, "That's freaking awesome. Yay. Yay, love ambassadorship in a different way." I doubt he would, uh, feel comfortable if I dubbed him a love ambassador, but maybe not. I will send a note and tell him that I spoke of him and the inspiration that he gave to me, and as we share with one another, hopefully to all of us. High Noon says, "What a rad moment to be here now and relaxing on the forest floor to just listen to y'all." Oh, I felt it. I felt and heard the leaves cracking as I was sitting down in the woods. Thank you. American Dream says, grateful for life in general. Even when situation is difficult, I look outside and it's sunny today and I feel better. So grateful for today. Yeah. I was writing a little script for a little promo that I'm going to do for the Love Ambassador meetup. And, it said something similar to what you just said of like, hey, there's plenty of reasons to be scared, but it is really important to also collect evidence of how lucky we are to be alive on this fertile planet. I spent I went for a little jog this morning. More jogging than running, which is I'm doing better. And then as I came home, I started just fiddling in the yard and replanting a couple things and cleaning up here, and uh, just like to interact with these living things, these plants that are pulling energy, pulling, maybe the wrong word, humbly receiving energy from the sun and photosynthesizing it, and then putting their roots into the earth and pulling nutrients from this planet. And in that process of receiving the gifts from above and below, growing, blossoming, blooming, sometimes even providing fruit that then becomes energy that animals can then ingest and go on to do the miraculous things that they do. There's a lot of reasons to be grateful. And I so appreciate you joining me in this practice, because if I don't remind myself many times a day, I just don't think about it. I just start to take things for granted and I get frustrated by what's not working. But there's so much that is working. Welcome, Jenny and Morgan, and married to Mike. High Noon says, I am grateful for being able to meet up with a friend later today. Mingle is just awesome and feel in love. I love you, Mingle. Anybody else want to share a little gratitude? I'm trying to think of what else that happened or I need to share about from yesterday. I'm super grateful for this weekend having the memorial with my family and getting to introduce Lisa to everybody. It's, you know, I don't know how to say this without, like, I actually, this conversation happened later today. I'm also grateful that I got to have lunch with my good friend Destin Garrick, who's this. We've had our lives interwinding in different ways through the years. He's got an incredible book called The Evolved Masculine that I recommend. And I was talking about how as I've grown, there was an earlier version of me was, I think, more in need of attention, more in need of the external world validating me. I like to be dressed crazy and wild and be fit and show off my body. And like, I like to be in the room and be like, I'm definitely among the sexiest people here. Yeah. And my inner unworthiness deep down needed me to feel worthy in the eyes of the exterior. But now, in the secure attachment relationship, so much is healing in me. And I mean, it comes down to, I think Lisa is the most amazing human on this planet. And she thinks I'm the most amazing person on the planet. So if the person that I have in the highest regards, higher than anyone else, admires me, well, who gives a fuck what anyone else thinks? It's really been a liberating, healing process of being okay. I went to an event on Sunday and I had this huge pimple. I was doing so good. I wasn't touching it, wasn't picking it. And it just was like, I was going to call it Rudolph, but I ended up calling it Claudia. Anyway, I was in that place where, if I put enough concealer on it so that it doesn't look red, it looks like I have spackle on my face, And if I kind of smooth it out enough so it doesn't look like there's this massive amount of makeup on my face, then it just shows up and it's red. And I kind of went too much, too little, too much, too little. And earlier versions of me would have gone to that party and avoided eye contact with people because I didn't want people looking at me. But on Sunday, I was looking at, like, I couldn't make it look the way I wanted to, and I was like, "Fuck it." Now, that might not seem like a momentous thing to you, but it was a powerful example and evidence of my growth. So, good job. Now thank you, universe. You do not need to give me any more pimples on the tip of my nose, because I think the classroom appreciated, lesson learned, move on. Anybody else want to share any gratitude? Mingo says, celebrate what's right in the world. Yes. Valetta's Too Cozy says, as I cut down the garden for winter, I did it in such a way I could take 6-foot piles and parade it like an award to the pile and back. Grateful and fun. Congratulations on your spectacular gardening and winter prep. As you said that, I was like, "Oh, right, prepare for the winter." We don't have to do that in San Diego. Like, there's no frost here. Heinun says, "Yes, I feel that whole connection to the community around me in the forest." Gerbot says, "Grateful to live in California, to be able to add my voice to the fight for democracy today, and grateful I was able to easily cast my vote." Oh, is it voting day? I mailed by voted by mail a while back. Well, everyone who has joined or come in and out, and everyone that has shared some gratitude, so grateful, so appreciative. Welcome, Darren. Good morning, Brent. Um, I am I'm grateful for my partner, Lisa, who is she's such a good match for me. She's such a good partner. She, like, makes commitments and then executes. Like, she's got so much on her calendar. Uh, I'm more fearful about committing and saying, "Okay, I'm gonna do something." Like, I'm on the screen right now. You can say hosting an event in January, and I'm also hosting a men's brunch before that, um, and then a men's day event after that. But I was having a hard time just committing to doing it and putting a date. And when I was waiting to find out when the Pink Heart Dance Party is, they do a fundraiser every year. And so this event that I do, we do workshops and activities about like gifting and radical self-expression. And then we all dress up and go to this event together and get to practice being love ambassadors at an event filled with pink, amazing people. And so I was waiting for when the date was, and when "Oh, it's this weekend," and Lisa's like, "Oh, that's the one weekend I told you about that I'm hosting something else, I'm assisting someone else's event." And a big part of me was like, "You know what? Just why don't you just can't don't do the Love Ambassador meetup and just support Lisa, and, who's no one's gonna wanna go anyway." And when I shared that with Lisa, she was, like, so supportive. She's like, "Oh, I mean, I won't be able to be there, but I will help however I can. I will help make food in advance. I will," I and really gave me an a supportive push when I was the insecure parts of my mind were saying, "Hey, here's an excuse." And so I'm feeling very grateful for her support. I also she does so much and is showered with praise and so frequently that yesterday I told her something. I showed her a clip from yesterday, the advice that I gave about feeling lazy to your parents, and if you haven't watched it, it's on the Hug Nation YouTube channel. I took the clip and I just put it as the latest video on the Hug Nation YouTube channel. And I thought I had good feedback for the person. So I said, "Hey, before we watch the show, can I play this?" And I showed it to her, and I mean, there was a part of me that just wanted to make sure she knew that wasn't just doing nothing all day. And so then after I played it, I kinda realized that that's why I did it, and I told her, and she's like, "Oh, I never think that about you," you know? I and I believe her, and it's so nice to know that any doubting thoughts I have in my head, and she is on the opposite side, and as we grow in partnership, I'm realizing the gift of that more and more dramatically. So, so grateful for my partnership with my fiancée, Lisa. Um, so thanks everyone. Is the last chance to share a little a picture. I don't think this is gonna work, is it? I don't think so. Try one last check. Oh, I mentioned the flower, right? Did I mention the flower? Yes. Here's the flower. I said I was gonna mention the flower. That's the beautiful flower that smells so good in the yard. Uh, I encourage everyone, as people are saying, to vote, vote, vote. And if you're not sure how to vote, it's like, I'm not going to vote. I don't understand what's going on. Shoot me a note. I'd be happy to explain why I think it's important and uh, why you should. That's just a California thing, right? I think it's just a California thing. Yes. Your bot says, grateful to live in California to be able to add my voice to the fight for democracy and cast my vote. Yes, California. Okay, we're just hitting 30 minutes, which I think is a perfect time for us to have a hug and close this. Welcome, Soundbird Healing. You know, my partner's name is Lisa Littlebird. Maybe you guys are related. Wherever you are, seriously, do this. Don't just listen. Wherever you are, give yourself a hug, unless you're driving, and then just hug with one hand. And feel some gratitude for this incredible body that has been functioning nonstop since you were born. Decades of healing itself. Amazing. And let's have gratitude for all the people that are sharing this moment with us, people that are sharing their gratitude and being inspired and feel the support. And so as you squeeze, imagine yourself squeezing them and squeezing me. So as we are holding one another, we're not just single people in isolated physical rooms. We are collectively these humans connected by intent. We are sharing this hug. It doesn't matter where your feet are, it matters where your heart is. And we are all together in this space of support and love and kindness. So let's feel that. And let's remember that we're not alone, that there are millions of people with open hearts out there that sometimes just need a little permissionary, a little example from you showing them that, yeah, why can't we be a little bit nicer on our day to day? So let's encourage ourselves to be a little bit nicer, and let's encourage ourselves to be nicer to ourselves and patient. And let's all take a deep breath and then squeeze each other. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us here, thanks for being here for Hug Nation Live. Make sure you check out lifestudent.com for links to all my stuff, which now that I think about it, may not have a link to the new Love Ambassador meetup. So perhaps I will change that today. But you can also message me about follow up to anything I've talked about. Birds of a feather, Soundbird Healing says. Indeed. Matt says, grateful for you modeling healthy relationships and grateful for my fiance, Elisa. Thank you, Matt. You know, if you haven't heard it, Lisa brought me on her podcast and we talk about gratitude in our relationship in a really beautiful way. Her podcast is called A Song for All of Us. You can search for it. Or again, send me a message. Or if you're on my mailing list, I linked to it at the bottom of the email that went out this week. And if you're not on my mailing list, get over to lifestudent.com and sign up. Did that sound stern? I love you. Enjoy the day.